Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's Mike here at Game from Scratch with a very late heads up. Right now, GDC Showcase is going on. This is running from March the 15th through March the 19th. Now, this does get a little bit confusing because GDC, or the Game Developer Conference, normally happens basically right now. And this is when we normally get a lot of major new announcements, new products launching, and all of that stuff. But then what happened was COVID. We had the plague. And the plague didn't do great things to the Game Developer Conference. So what they've done this year is they've gone online and basically split the conference into two pieces. The main piece, the part where we're going to get all the fun and exciting news, the part that makes my life so interesting, that is actually coming this summer. What's going on right now is something called the GDC Showcase. Now, this runs from today, starting at noon Eastern time, so basically about an hour and a half ago it started, through till 4 p.m. Pacific time or 7 p.m. Eastern time. From today, tomorrow, the day after, and the day after that, we've got GDC Showcase. It is a free-to-attend, all-digital event created to provide the GDC community a chance to come together in March safely. It is a one-of-a-kind event. We'll provide attendees with the chance to catch a taste of what to expect from the more expansive and expensive GDC events to come, along with some of the biggest talks from GDC's past events. So some of this stuff isn't actually new. So you're not technically late to the game right now if you're just tuning in, because, for example, what they started things off with at 9 or noon, that was actually from 2017, but there was a discussion session going on, so if you wanted the opportunity to talk to Warren Spector, and well, you missed it. Sorry about that. But going from there, we have a decent schedule of what is going on. The first day, it's kind of a smattering of stuff. Creating fiction in the age of fan consumption, next to next level growth presented by Google, diversity and inclusion starter kit, quad mesh simplification in the Frostbite engine, Ask Me Anything, Sucker Punch Productions co-founder Brian Fleming talks Ghosts of Tsushima? I don't want to say it. I never played it. So, Tsushima. I think it's Tsushima. Anyways, next generation game development on NVIDIA RTX GPUs. So that's the first real technical hands-on. Oh no, I guess there's the Frostbite one as well. That is coming up. So I haven't missed out on that one. That one is sponsored by NVIDIA. So if you want to learn more about making games on NVIDIA hardware, that's a technical one coming up soon. GDC Podcast Live, hosted by Gama Sutra, featuring Professor Lindsay Grace, is 1:35 p.m. Pacific time. Expanding your mobile game business, new platforms, new audiences, presented by Xola. Exploring hidden stories in the world of XCOM 2, and then we end the day, and then we move into tomorrow, or Tuesday, and Tuesday is what I will call Unity Day, and this actually kind of feels like a Unity keynote. I'm going to watch this one, I'm going to record it, and I'll summarize it if it makes sense. There may be new announcements in this one, it's hard to say, but we've got Unity for All 2021, Tech and Creator Showcase. This would be interesting. I imagine part of it's going to be showing off, like, this sounds like their keynote speech, to be honest. So I will keep an eye on this one. If it makes sense, I will summarize it into a short form video. And then we got Making Magic, a business model for divergent thinkers, top features for programmers and artists in Unity's latest releases, Fizzy Brushstrokes, the art of knights and bikes, Unity Fireside Chat. So like I said, this is Unity Day. The next gen console opportunity presented by Unity Technologies. Ask Me Anything Q&A with Obsidian Entertainment's Kari Patel. Independent Games Summit, Crafting a Tiny Open World, Short Hike Postmortem. I love postmortems personally. GDC Podcast Live, hosted by Gama Sutra, featuring Spelunky dev Derek Yu. Streamline your game development workflow with visual scripting in Unity. Again, it's Unity Day. The music of Battletech, Big Sound on a Budget. And then we are done Tuesday. Unity Day has concluded. And then we move into Wednesday, where we have the future of gaming, quality and connection, presented by Facebook. Making marketing mistakes, unlock new audience with motivation-led creative. Again, Facebook. So I guess this is Facebook Day. Developing a UX mindset on Fortnite. From the burden of waterfalls to the benefits of bidding. Facebook. The casual but regal swipe, creating game mechanics in Reigns. Art Direction Summit, better, stronger, faster 3D concept art for environmental production, from Fat Shark Games. GDC Podcast Live, hosted by Gama Sutra, featuring Mohawk Games. Squad Up social and multiplayer in VR with Population 1, Facebook Day. Ask Me Anything Q&A with Demon Souls creative director Gavin Moore. Billions of gamers, thousands of needs, millions of opportunities, presented by Intel. Oh, so we're into a new day. I'm guessing this one is, let's guess, Intel Day. So we've got Making Great VR Games, a postmortem of Skydance Interactive's The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners. Take games to the max with Intel Dev Tools. Dream Daddies and Fearful Fathers. Okay. How indies can cope with being terminally online, challenges and opportunities and game innovations on the PC. Again, it's Intel Day. Ask Me Anything Q&A with Yacht Club Games, David Delangelo, Level Design Workshop, The Illusion of Choice, GDC Podcast Live, this time featuring game marketing pro Chris Zukowski. Gaming is Shaping the World, Intel Day. Homefront to God of War, using music to build suspense. And then we are into the final day, also known as Friday. And I don't see a major sponsor here yet, so Friday is just Friday, I guess. And here we've got classic Game Force modems of Miss Pac-Man. Tools live longer than games do. What I learned about tool development from game industry legends. I'll definitely watch that one. I love tool development. It's always been kind of a special spot for me. Animation Bootcamp, Cuphead Process and Philosophy, Low Poly Modeling, Style Through Economy, Dealing with Scope, Changes in Heat Signature and Gunpoint, Ask Me Anything, Brian Horton, Creative Director on Insomniac Games, Marvel Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Replicating Chaos, Vehicle Replication in Watch Dogs 2, and GDC Podcast Live, hosted by Gamasutra, featuring Disco Elysium writer Justin Keenan, and then Level Design Workshop, The Level Design of God of War. And that is the end of it. So we've got an entire week of game development related conference talks going on here. Some definitely interesting stuff in here. I will definitely state, there's a handful of these I'm going to watch personally, but I don't know that much news is going to come out of anything other than maybe this one. So stay tuned tomorrow. I will definitely watch this one, and if it makes sense, I will summarize it into something a bit more concise, if possible, like I always do at GDC keynote events. There's definitely some neat stuff here today. Frostbite mesh simplification and the NVIDIA conference today could be kind of interesting stuff. Sorry, I'm getting to you a little bit late on this one. It's confusing this year. So this is completely free for you to attend. There's a lot of really interesting stuff in there. Definitely Tuesday is a Unity heavy day. Wednesday, we get again into the Facebook sponsor stuff. Thursday, we get into the Intel sponsored stuff. But there's a good smattering of interesting subjects kind of intermixed. So what on there looks of interest to you? And by the way, this is not GDC 35. This is GDC Showcase. They split GDC into multiple pieces. Not 100% certain I understand. Part of me thinks what happened is they did the online one to keep GDC's March presence normal. And they did the July one in hopes that vaccinations kind of did their thing and they could do something in person. I don't know how that turned out, but the big software announcements, the new versions, the new products and all that, if they exist in a COVID year, I expect to see more of them in July. From looking at that rundown of things here, I'm not seeing a lot of spots for product announcements, but then again, it was also very common for software companies and game studios and such to do GDC adjacent announcements. So we may get some stuff now, but I would expect more of them to come in the July, and that's the more paid conference. And I don't actually see a schedule up for what's going to be in July yet, so I will keep an eye on that and hopefully get you notice maybe a bit more than 2 hours after the event starts. So that is it. That is GDC Showcase going on basically from noon today Eastern time or 9 a.m. Pacific time until the end of the day today, all the way through till Friday this week. So you got an entire week of game development sessions. Let me know what there looked interesting to you. And again, my apologies for being a little bit late on that. I try to cover all relevant game development news, but this one, well, it actually managed to confuse me a little bit, snuck up on me, and I actually thought it was next week. So that is it. Hopefully you found that useful. Again, if you want to stay tuned more normally and more timely news on game development, hit that like, subscribe, and all that button, and I normally will keep you up to date. All right, that's it. Let me know what you think. Talk to you all later. Goodbye.